You kidding me? You literally thought you were going out with a girl named Hannah. I'm like a completely different person. Did you even know what I looked like?
But she still went out on the date, and she still went back to his place. As you heard in the story, she parked at his apartment. She went back in after they had drinks, and they ended up. Ouch! Hello everyone, hello gentlemen. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. We are going to go ahead and just jump right into it today. So if you could like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hey, how's it going? My name is Ratboy. Let's get into it.
And here we go for
Story time really quick. Last night I get a text from a guy that I was supposed to go out with a couple months ago. We didn't ever end up going out because he totally forgot about our date that we had planned. So I stopped talking to him, right? Anyways, he texted me last night. Hey, I know it's been so long and I've still been wanting to take you out. My buddy, his girlfriend's in town and they're going to the Phoenix Rising game, and I was wondering if you wanted to come with me. And I was like, why not, right? So I go with him, and again, we've never met. This is our first time. So I meet at his apartment, we drive together to the game, and we go to get in his car, and he goes, this is super embarrassing, but your name's Hannah, right? And I was like, no, Sydney. He goes, oh, okay, we're right, yeah. It's just been so long. And I was like, you kidding me? You literally thought you were going out with a girl named Hannah. I'm like a completely different person. Did you even know what I looked like?
Women.
But she still went out on the date, and she still went back to his place. As you heard in the story, she parked at his apartment. She went back in after they had drinks, and they ended up having a nighttime visit. This happens every single time, and these women will embarrass themselves on dating apps. They will embarrass themselves with men like this. This man had no intention of being her someone. She had no intention of this guy being the perfect match for her. She got a free ticket to wherever they went to, and he got a roll in the hay and call it a day. And this is how these men work. And these same types of women will say, if a man ghosts me, that's it. I'm blocking him. I will never ever talk to that man again. However, it really just depends on how attractive you are and how much money you have. That meter kind of fills up a little bit. If you're 6'4", 200K a year, they don't tend to block those men. You ever notice that? They and as we'll see, I'll read a Reddit story later in this video. They will actually keep these men in their back pocket for upwards to 15 years. Okay, and this is a very interesting story. You want to stick around for this story because it is crazy. But let's get back to this video here. This is a common reaction for women who they see a top tier guy. This guy ghosts them. This guy leaves them on red. Whatever the situation might be, and these men can always reach back out. They can always throw the fishing line. As long as the bait's good enough, as long as the bait is good enough, they can throw that fishing line and they'll catch one every single time. And this time it was some sort of I guess it was a hockey game or whatever type of game it was. And look, she was there. She didn't even think about it. It was it was a no-brainer for her. She got what she wanted, which was the attention, the outing, I guess, is what these women, they get these free outings, these free meals, free drinks. The men get they go back to the apartment. The man gets what he usually gets, and then they never talk to each other again. Such is the cycle of online dating. Also, fellas, prepare yourself. This is going to be a rough one.
Friends, learning to date as an adult. Yes, I said learning to date because I didn't really date years ago. Is hard and confusing and frustrating, and dating in 2024 is a freaking mess, and I'm not a fan. In case anyone's wondering, I'm not a fan. It's frustrating, and it's so draining.
Oh shit, here we go again.
It's draining. Did this woman just say that it was draining? Dating is draining? Imagine doing something, okay? Anything. and describing it as draining. If you say that something is draining, that means that you're doing it so often that it's actually taking a lot out of you doing it. See, average men will never have this type of reaction to online dating. They'll say things like online dating is bad, but only because they don't get any matches. Even the 1s and 2s these guys are matching with, and these men are, 4s and 5s. These are average men, 4s, 5s, 6s. They are matching with these 2s, and even these 2s are like, you know what? Nah. Nah. It's insane. And you have this woman right here. She is getting bombarded with matches. Now, these matches, they're not going to go anywhere, obviously, and then I will show you why in a second. But specifically for her, online dating is going to be a mess. It's going to be hell for someone like her. And I'll show you in a minute why.
Like, I don't recommend. I don't recommend it unless you absolutely just hate being single. I think that's it. It's easier to be single than to get treated like you're not a priority, like you don't matter, like your feelings don't matter, like you're an ATM. Like, they can't all be like this, right? Like, all men can't be like this, right? Like, there's gotta be some good ones out there somewhere.
Oh, no, hang on. I just realised.
What?
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I think you ran out of good men, honestly. When a woman gets this age and has this much mileage, she's ran out of good owners. Okay. You're hitting 400,000 miles. I'm going to be honest with you. No new owner is going to step up to that and take on that liability. You're a head gasket blown away from having to get a overhaul. Okay. This isn't what we're doing here. I'm going to throw up a graphic on the screen. And this might give you an idea on why she's having such a hard time online dating. Read this. Read what is happening. This woman is getting insane amounts of matches, obviously. In her own words, online dating is draining her. And this is what they're dealing with. I'm not going to go into detail why this is an issue. But obviously this woman is being used for one thing and one thing only. These men aren't serious. These men will never take a woman like this serious. It's just not going to happen. An ex-polygamist? Oh my God. A mother of 7. No. That's not what we do around here. You can't do this. Lady, stop it. Get some help. Okay?
Stop it. Get some help.
Take care of your 7 kids. You're an ex-polygamist. Is this what we're doing? Just no. This is Trauma City, you guys. Trauma City. There's absolutely no reason why any guy should get involved in whatever she's trying to do. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up a quick little Reddit story here. And this is a very interesting one. This was found on Our Dating. Afraid to tell long-term friends with benefits that I'm no longer in a relationship. What do I say? She needs some advice. And here's the background. I was in a long-term relationship and now have been single for a while. I have absolutely zero desire to get into the dating pool at this point, since I would not be able to make a relationship work for how I am planning to live my life for the next few years. I have a friend who I've been having occasional sexual encounters with for over 15 years. Sometimes it's years in between getting together. Sometimes it's months. We don't live close. Last time I had broken up with my ex, but hadn't told my friend. Stupidly enough, I said, I've missed this when we were in bed together. Now the friend reached out after months of silence, nothing unusual in our relationship, to ask what is going on in my life. And I feel like if I still don't tell him that we broke up, I moved out, etc., it's lying by omission. But on the other hand, I'm afraid that if I tell him I'm single, he'll see that as a sign that I might be open to be more than just friends. But I also feel like I can't say, we broke up, but don't ask me to be with you because I'm not interested. Sounds like I'm presuming how he feels. So help, what do I reply? ETA, whenever we've gotten together, it has not been a cheating situation, which is one of the reasons why sometimes years went by. this is not uncommon. Women will always keep these types of men a phone call away. They will meet these men in college. They will meet these men in high school, and these men will be just casual partners, and these guys, these are the types of guys that don't really get into relationships. And if they do get into relationships, they are always willing to cheat on these women whenever these women are not in relationships. So whether she's saying that she's never been in a relationship getting with this guy is always going to be in her call logs. This guy's always going to be a phone call away. And this guy is going to be who these women go to whenever they're not in a relationship to get their daily nighttime visits. Nightly nighttime visits. You know what I mean? Repeatedly, nightly, weekly, back to back. Now, this is just one of her friends with benefits situations. She probably has many more. These women, 2 or 3 is the normal amount, but sometimes it's as many as 5 or 6 when you've seen some of these videos where these women really have to cut back. I saw a video where a woman was saying she had to get rid of one of them because she couldn't handle 6 different, situationships at the same time. It was too much stress. She had to get rid of one. She can only handle 5 situationships. She can only handle 5 strange men rearranging her insides a week. That's all she can handle, up until she's 35, and then she'll settle down and find a good man, find a good, religious, hardworking man to cherish her, to make sure she gets everything she deserves in life. But if you think just for 1 second that these women will settle down, 30s, 40s, 50s, just like this woman here, settle down and not keep that friends with benefits phone number, because she was never committed in this relationship. A commitment is whenever you leave all that other stuff in the past. You don't, you get rid of the friend with benefits situationship phone number. You get rid of those text messages. It's time to commit to the person that you're with. These women never 100% commit. They always have to have that back pocket. They always have to have that little, situationship hidden out, 2 or 3 usually, and they're in their DMs. They're in their phone book. And these are the same men that they hit up whenever they right when they break up, whenever they're taking breaks, stuff like that. These are going to be the men who are going to be with these women during those times.